This weekend, a missing kayak angler was found deceased. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Now this weekend in South Carolina, a kayak angler was found deceased on Lake Marion, part of the Santee Cooper group of lakes. But the story goes, and I have to give credit where credit is due from Dieter Melhorn, an angler stumbled upon, while bass fishing, upon a unoccupied kayak that was submerged in water. He tied up to it, tried to bring it ashore, and at that point he called the DNR to tell them what he had found. Now this wasn't the best of days to go out there. It was cold, it was foggy, the wind was up. This was an angler who probably was very confident in his skills on his kayak, but unfortunately passed away. This is really a sad story because this is one of several kayak incidents that's happened over the last couple years. Now the angler's boat was found, and it was found unoccupied on Saturday. Then the next day, on Sunday, I believe that they found his body. The South Carolina Department of Natural Resources recovered the body. Investigators were able to track the kayak with the use of ping technology to find his last location. Now there's lots of narratives that are going around the communities, and that's a mistake because we don't know exactly what happened. We don't want to speculate and assume certain things happened or didn't happen. And those people that are speculating and saying this and that, such as he got hit by another boater, that just doesn't make sense and is hopefully completely false. But those rumors are out there, and that doesn't help the family who's grieving over losing someone that they loved. And this is really a tragic event. And it makes you think a lot of things like, was the kayak overloaded? Was he wearing a PFD? Or was it weather related? And with these kayak incidents that have happened over the last couple of years, it's really important that you wear the proper PFD, that you have that on at all times. In all honesty, you should have it on every time you get on the water, because you never know when you might hit something, or you might get thrown off your boat or thrown off your kayak. And having that PFD will save your life, or gives you a better chance of saving your life. If you're in freezing cold water, that's a whole different situation. But having a PFD, being safe, is extremely important. And in this instance, there was a life jacket on the back of his seat, supposedly. So it makes you think if it was weather related or what happened. And this kayak angler was a retired Coast Guard veteran, so he knew what was going on. So you don't know if it wasn't weather or maybe something happened to him medically. But the most important thing is not being overconfident in your skills as an angler or a kayaker. But being overconfident when you're out there fishing without having a PFD, not knowing what's going on around you weather-wise, sometimes it's better to just call it quits early if the weather is bad. But you need to have your PFD on at all times in a kayak or in a boat, especially young kids. This is a really tragic event that might have been resolved or might not have happened if the angler had his PFD on. And we really don't know. We just know that the PFD was on the angler's kayak. We don't know if it was on him. But being overconfident in certain situations is not good. Sometimes you need to take the ego out of it and just look out for your safety, and being aware that there's lots of people that love you and want you to come home. And fishing is really fun, but it's not worth dying over. Sad story, but had to share. What do you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Very sad story. Wish it didn't happen. Seems to be happening more and more these days, though. So be careful out there, please. Thanks to all the new subscribers and all the new members. In fact, don't even worry about subscribing. Don't even worry about it. This is a sad story. Just get out there, be safe, and take a kid fishing. Cheers.